I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to come on here, and then we're going to chat. There. I want to get 100 people on here. 100 people. I hope everybody's doing. I hope everybody's doing well. So it says I'm live. So I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes, and then we're gonna get into this chat. Get 100 people on here, and then we're gonna go right into this. Okay. Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Where's everybody at? I know it's Friday. I know a lot of people are probably out. Some people are probably home. Some people are probably watching and obsessing of what's going on. I want to come on here. Hey, Jesse. I'm going to wait a while. I'm going to wait a little bit while I'm going to start this. Okay, so there goes the helicopters. The distraction. Okay. A lot that we're seeing is a distraction. Okay. And I did videos of what is going on. I seen what was to come. Okay. So a lot of this is a distraction. Okay. Um, I want to talk about conscious awareness. Okay. Conscience awareness. Okay. I remember when I first was consciously awake. Okay. Consciously aware and awake. Okay. I did a video. It's on my feed. Okay. Some of you guys may remember that video. Um some of you guys may not understand what I'm about to say, and some of you guys will understand what I'm about to say. Okay? So, conscious awareness. Okay? Conscious awakeness. Okay? When I say conscious awareness, is constant conscious awareness is you are aware of where you're at. You are aware of what's going on around you. Okay. Where you are, where you understand that where we're at. Okay. I don't want to laugh, you guys. I've been laughing about a lot of stuff and I can't stop laughing about it. Okay. Because it's fuckery. Okay. Fuckery. So when we talk about conscious awareness, okay, a lot of us out here are consciously aware of a lot of things. Okay. Where we cannot be deceived. Okay. We cannot be distracted. Okay. Because we have raised our consciousness and we are aware. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. You guys know how I like stories. So I remember one night I was in Florida, and since I was a child, um, I've always seen the other side. Okay. Um, since a young age. So when I understood that the other side, the spiritual realm, was more real than the physical realm. Okay. I've always known that. Okay. But I was shown something. Okay. A lot of times I'm shown something. Okay. So one night I was getting ready for bed. Okay, I was in Florida and I got up, okay, and I went outside, okay, and I looked up at the sky, right? And I said to myself, are we really sleeping? Okay. Are we really awake? Okay. So, you know how we go to bed, you guys? I know this is going to sound crazy. Okay. You know how we go to bed every night, right? And we close our eyes, right? And we perceive ourselves sleeping in a sleep state. Okay. So when you are in a when you are in a sleep state, right? Are you really asleep, right? What I've noticed and what I have perceived as a sleep state is you're asleep and you're not awake consciously, or you're not aware, or there's not awareness there consciously. Okay. So, what I mean is, when talk about the stimulation, okay, because this is definitely a stimulation that we are witnessing, that we are a part of, okay, and we, some of us are not fully aware, okay. So when you are consciously aware that you were sleeping, okay, not awake. Okay. You perceive awake as you get up in the morning, it's daylight. So you perceive it's daylight, so I'm awake. That's what you perceive, right? Because you see daylight. So automatically, daylight means I'm awake, right? I'm awake and I'm aware. Daylight just means you're awake, but you're not aware, okay? Because you're seeing a projection, a reflection, okay? You're When you're aware consciously, you understand that you are asleep. But when you're aware consciously, you're awake, okay? You understand that just because it's daylight, you're not awake or aware. Okay, you're awake. You understand your perception of awake is seeing the sun come up or the sun being out. Okay, so I did this video. It was at nighttime. I still have it, you guys. And I was getting ready to go to bed, and I said, "No, let me get up." Okay, and I went outside and I just did the video. And what I have learned and what I have perceived, um, as our false reality, uh, consciously, okay? Because consciously, we want to believe that we are awake, okay? Because we wake up and we see the sun out, or we see daytime. So we consciously believe that we are awake, consciously awake, but a lot of us are consciously aware, okay? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So when you are consciously aware, truly consciously aware of the projection, okay? Because what we're seeing is a projection, okay? A projection of a reality that a lot of times is, two things are going on, okay? It's a projection of what you perceive, okay? Yes. That's why, yes, in a crazy okay, so Jesse says crazy we say awake also means the viewing of a body before the funeral. When we go to a funeral, we say we're going to what? Awake, right? Because they they're more awake on the other side and more aware because they can actually see what many of us cannot see. Okay, that's why they say awake. We're going to awake because when you are truly awakened, you are not here. Okay, but a lot of people are here and truly awakened, truly aware. Okay, they say you become awakened when you cross because you're aware of where you're at. You can see everything for what it really is. Okay, that's why they call it wake. I'm going to awake. Okay, I'm going to a viewing of a body. That's why I said funerals is a ritual. Okay, that's all it is. It's a ritual. Okay, um, and a lot of people for so long um are not aware. Okay, you can be awake, but are you awake and aware? Okay, what is going on right now? What we're seeing, a lot of things that we're seeing, is a projection, a hologram, a perception. Okay, because you can look at it like that too. It's a perception. You can have five people, right? And we all five see the drones, or we see the helicopters, or we see the aliens, right? And all five of us will have a different perception, a different awareness, a different awakeness of what we actually have seen, what we actually have felt, um, what we have perceived, what we felt. Okay. All five of our stories will be completely different. Completely different. Okay. So I was so I was watching the press conference of they did a press conference, and I don't know if it was Speaker of the House, Secretary of House, whatever. And when I seen it, I knew what I was seeing. That's where my awareness came in. Okay. The person was not actually standing up front of, you know how the Speaker of the House or the Secretary of House stands up front of, you'll see the United States of America, and then you'll see like them speaking, and you'll see reporters and stuff. And what I seen was not him there in the physical, in the physical sense. Okay. So what it was a hologram. Okay. He was not speaking from, for entertainment purposes, the house. Okay. He was speaking from a hologram. So how many things that we have seen, okay, in our awake state that we perceive differently than our aware state. Okay. So my awake state, okay, would be that I see this man on TV, that I actually believe that I'm seeing this man on TV, right? He's on TV, he's at the house, he's speaking, right? That is my awake or my perception of what I'm actually seeing. But that's not what I'm really seeing. What I was seeing was a hologram. Okay. Now I'm seeing a lot of this. Okay. A lot of you guys are seeing this. Okay. The man was not standing up there speaking, it was actually a hologram. Okay. And I'm not going to say what outlet it was. Okay. Because there's many outlets. Okay. But they want us to perceive that he was standing there speaking, addressing a nation of people. Okay. In reality, in my awareness, I understood that it was a hologram. So when we look up at the sky and we see all these drones, are the drones in our wake state? What do we see? We see a drone. But in our awareness state, what are we actually seeing? Okay. What are we actually seeing? Remember, I said we will see a lot of holograms, a lot of projections. Okay. They have years and years and years and years to make these holograms look real. And you don't even know that they're not real. Okay. Because you're perceiving in your awake state that this is what I'm really seeing, but that's not what you're seeing. So when you are aware, you know what you're really seeing. Okay. Um there is when I seen it, I knew it was a hologram I knew because the energy that I was pulling from him, and what I was actually seeing was not him standing there making a speech. So if somebody is using a hologram, right, to the masses, and everybody's seeing this and they're perceiving in their awake state that this man is speaking and addressing a nation of people, and it's not even really, it's him speaking but through a hologram. Hi, Deshaun. Okay. So what is going on is you will see a lot of holograms. Okay. The people are not actually there. They could be in a bunker. They could be underground. They could be in a foreign country. They can be anywhere. And you can be watching them and thinking they're right in front of you or on live television, because tell a vision is telling their vision. That's why it's called tell a vision, because they're telling you their vision. It's not even your vision, it's their vision. Okay. They want you to perceive, okay, their vision, because they think you're not aware, but you are aware. Okay. That trickster energy. Yes, we see a lot of things in movies. They tell us a lot of things in movies. Um, the public is unaware that technology actually exists because we only see it in movies. Yes, we see a lot in movies. They tell us what is going on in movies. Okay, that's why they put it in movies, because they're telling us their vision. So they're putting their vision and their reality, right, into the movie, because they already know how the movie's going to begin and how the movie's going to end. And the public is unaware because a lot of people are not aware. Okay? There's a difference between being aware, and there's a difference between being awoke. Because a lot of people say, I'm awoke, but are you aware? Okay, you can be awoke, you can spit knowledge, you can sound significant, proper, okay, AIs, okay. A lot of things that you're seeing are AIs. They're AIs. They have psychic AIs. They have all kinds of AIs out here, okay. When you look at the night sky, are you really seeing a sky? Okay, you're seeing a sky because it looks like a sky, but it's a hologram of a sky. So we have advanced technology, very advanced technology. Okay, we have it. They've always had it. A lot of times when you see maybe your favorite person speak on television, okay, I've seen this. It's not a person standing there, it's a damn hologram. They're not even there. Okay. They're not there. They could be on an island, vacationing, and they put this hologram up of this person standing there speaking, and you're thinking it is the real person actually speaking, and it's not the real person speaking. It's a hologram, it's a projection of their vision. It's not even our vision, it's their vision. Okay? They're telling us their vision. By watching television, they're telling us their vision. Just like cell phones. Okay? Cell phones. Why do you think everybody has a cell phone? Think about it, you guys. Okay? You can't get so caught up on being awoke. You need to get more caught up on being aware. Okay? Because anybody out here can say, I'm awoke. But are you aware of what's really going on? There's going to come a time where the holograms, okay, because they have all your information, all your data, okay, all your sequence, all your algorithm, all your DNA, all your RNA, all your genetic makeup. They have your image, they have your voice, where they are going to, and this is not funny, okay, they're going to make it seem like, okay, so say I have a account on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, whatever, and I have a child, right? I have a child. They know I have a child. They know my age of my child. They know the name of my child, right? And then this is all put in a sequence in a computer modified stimulation because they have all my data. They even have my algorithm. Okay. They understand, they tapped into my algorithm. Okay. They tapped into my perception, my awakeness, but they haven't tapped into my awareness. Okay. So then they put a hologram in front of you, right? And you think it's your child, Bob. Okay. And Bob's standing in front of you in this hologram and he's saying, Mommy, Mommy, help, help. Or Daddy, Daddy, help, help. And it's not even Bob or Tim or Jack or Jill or Jesse. It's a hologram. And somebody's controlling the hologram. This is what's going to come. It's already happening. Yes. It's all about, okay, so Jesse says it's all to put you back to sleep. People's attention span is getting smaller and smaller. It is. It really is. You can have conversations with people. No, Storm. Storm, you can have conversations with people, and I can sit here and have a conversation with anybody, right? And I can talk to this person for 4 or 5 hours, right? And they're talking about I'm awoke, I'm awake, and they're not aware. Okay. That's what they want you to be, is asleep. Okay. You know how you get up in the morning and you feel so tired, like you never slept. You never slept. You go to sleep, you close your eyes, you never sleep. You're not asleep. You're still awake, but you're not aware that you're awake. Okay. That is perception of awareness. Okay. And you can be talking to people, you can be around somebody, or you can even go, okay, so let's use a scenario instead of talking to somebody. You go on your job. You go on your job and you're talking to, and your coworker is just staring at you and they're looking at you like they don't even understand one word you just said. And you see this coworker every single day and you're having the same conversation with them every single day, and they do not respond to you because they have no response, because they don't know what to say. They don't even know what you just said to them every day for a whole week. Okay? Because they perceive themselves awake, but they're not awake. Okay? Like Jesse said, they want you to be asleep. They want sleepers. Okay? Zombie-fied sleepers. Because when you truly are aware that you are aware of what's going on, okay, you truly understand what is going on. And that's where the awareness comes in. Not just being awoke. Everybody keeps saying, I'm awoke, I'm awoke. But are you aware? Okay. Anybody can say, I'm awoke. We have this conscious communities out here. Okay. Conscious communities that are telling you and feeding you bullshit. Okay. I hear it all the time. And these people are not even consciously aware. They perceive them, they perceive that they're consciously aware, but they're not even consciously aware of what they're even speaking, because they're speaking from their own perception. Just like right now, I'm speaking from my own perception, my own experience. Okay. My own experience is that at one time, even though I could see, I was not aware. Okay. But I'm fully aware of what's really going on. Okay. So a lot of people are not aware. And that's what we're supposed to do as the conscious community, is to bring awareness and not make people be aware that they're not awake. Okay. That's why we have these conversations. Okay. And some of these conversations may sound strange. Okay. You might take something from this conversation, and you might not take nothing from this conversation. Okay. But a lot of things that we're seeing, when a lot of things that we're seeing is a perception, is a vision, and it's not our vision. Okay, it never was our vision. Never was our vision. Because if it was our vision, for the people that are aware, If it was our vision for the people that were truly aware of what's really going on, you would have more people knowing what's really going on. Okay. And a lot of us have those moments, those deja vu moments, because we already did it. We already lived it. We already experienced it. We already spoke it, okay? And we already did it. We're just not aware that we did it, that we spoke it, that we lived it. So a lot of things that we're seeing, oh my goodness, Storm is like all on the TV, you guys. Trying to get the birds from the TV. I gotta be careful because he's gonna pull the whole TV down. um, a lot of things that we're seeing are holograms. I can screenshot it if you want me to. The hologram, okay. Um, a lot of things that we have seen in the past, present, and future will be holograms. Um, and they will use the information that we put out there as far as this is why my family, we have code words, okay? Because say my daughter's out there, well, say I'm outside and they put the hologram, right? From this matrix, okay? And they put my child in front of me and my child is saying, "Help, help, mommy, help." And and the child saying, "Help, Jennifer, help." Or "Help, mommy." And the voice sounds like my child. It looks like my child, but it's not my child. It's a hologram. So I go running to try to save my child. I reach out and the child just disappears. And then they have you trapped because they used my child as bait to entrap me through a hologram because I wasn't aware. I was just awoke. There is going to be a lot of people in your life where you are going to be in different places in your life. Your children, your significant others, your coworkers, your friends. There is awareness happening. Okay. I do see that consciously. Okay. There is awareness happening consciously, telepathically. Okay. It's happening. Okay. It's been happening for quite some time. For quite some time. The first step is realizing you're in a stimulation. Not just saying I'm in a stimulation, I'm in the matrix, but actually seeing yourself in the stimulation, being aware that you're in the stimulation, being aware that the people around you are placed in the stimulation as maybe a distraction, okay? And maybe some of them are not. Maybe some of them are helping you to figure out that you're in a stimulation. But the first thing is to understand that you're actually really in a stimulation. When you have that experience and you realize that you're in a stimulation, you are going to feel weird. You are not even going to understand what you're actually perceiving. Okay? The day I realized that I was fully in a stimulation and I have been in a stimulation for all my life is one morning I woke up and I was like, this is too familiar. I've done this. I spoke this. I lived this. and I came on my live. And I told you guys, we're in it. I'm not saying it because the Matrix, the movie, I understood that I was in a stimulation and it scared the shit out of me because I'm like, how is this even possible? Okay, how am I in a computer software program and who the fuck is controlling this shit? Okay, my first thought was, this can't be real. Then my second thought is, how did I get in this stimulation? Then my third thought is, well, who's controlling the stimulation? Then my fourth thought is, how the fuck do I get out of the stimulation? Okay. To raise my awareness that, okay, I understand, okay, I can acknowledge I'm in the stimulation. Okay. It's very freaky um when you understand. When I got up, I was in Florida. I got up. Now for a long time I could speak to the other the other side, the other spiritual realms. I can see things, speak to people, have communication, okay? But then one day I woke up. Well, this was before I was in Florida. I One day I woke up, okay? I woke up and had a moment of realization that my life is not real. Everything that I was doing, I've already done it, and things were too familiar to me. Okay, that's when I knew I was in a stimulation, truly in a stimulation, and it freaked me out. Okay, because I was feeling like I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. Okay, shock, literally shock. Okay, to myself, let me do this video so I can bring awareness that we're really in a stimulation. And when you really understand that you're in a stimulation, what you will notice is things are too familiar. And what I mean by too familiar is you already done it. Okay. You already done it. You already spoke the words. You already lived or been through what you've been through. Okay. That's when I was like, oh my goodness, I am really in a damn simulation. Okay. And what I have perceived as my reality is not my reality. It's a perception of the stimulation because they wanted me to believe that I had a reality, that that not that I just had a reality, that it was a reality, but it was their reality. But then I understood when I realized I was in a stimulation that I was not in my own reality. I was in their reality. So, how I took control of my own reality is I did things that I wanted to do in my reality. Okay. And I was aware of everything that was going on. And that's why I speak about it. And that's why I have spoke about it. No, when you tell people this, you sound crazy as fuck. You do sound crazy. When I did that video that day of that I was in a simulation, I knew a lot of people did not believe me. A lot of I have lost family members, I have lost friends. Um shit, probably like my children, all my children's life, they all knew that I could see. But they probably, when I told them about the stimulation, they probably were like, "Mom, you're really off your fucking rockers." Okay? Not even that, other stuff I have said to them. But understand, all three of my children understand that I am speaking my truth because they know I'm not crazy. They know that. A lot of people that talk this way or say things like this, we call them crazy. We label them, they're crazy, they're insane because they're talking about things that doesn't make sense to you or certain people. But it makes sense to them because they're truly aware. But to some of you guys, they're crazy. Family member in your family spoken the truth, but was called. She was, I mean, she was a seer, and she was also a genius. She was so smart. She used to work for the government. Okay? She was a programmer. Like, I'm talking about a programmer, like not a programmer, but like made parts. Okay? She was smart. But she was the black sheep, the outcast of the family because she always spoke her truth. Okay? Yeah. And I'll never forget, she's not here anymore, but she's around me. She's around my oldest daughter a lot. My Aunt Ellie. Okay, very smart. Okay. I even thought she was crazy. She wasn't crazy. She was tapped the fuck in. She sound crazy to everybody else. But she always spoke her truth. She always lived in her truth. And she always was aware. She wasn't awoke, she was aware. Okay? Truly aware. All right? And it was so crazy because, okay, let me tell you. So I go to her apartment one day. Okay, she was my favorite aunt. I go to her apartment one day and I go in there to visit her, and she's telling me the people downstairs are spying on her, listening to her conversations and all this other stuff, right? And we know gang stalking is real. Okay, they put people in certain position to make you fucking seem crazy. Okay? And she was being watched because of the things she was saying. Okay, she was very intelligent. She was very aware. But so I go in there, and when she says it to me first, okay, now she has said some crazy. She has said to some things that make you guess, like, what the hell, you know what I mean? Because when you're younger and you see things and you perceive things, you're not fully. You can have children that are fully aware, okay, and tapped in, okay, but I wasn't fully aware and tapped in, okay, like I am now, okay. So I remember when I went in there and she said they were watching her and all this other stuff. They were. Gang stalking is real. Okay. When you talk about things they don't want you to talk about, you're going to be gang stalked. You're going to be watched. Okay. And that's what she was saying. So the first thing that came to my mind, okay, was she was schizophrenic, but she wasn't schizophrenic. She was just tapped in. Okay. And the crazy thing about it was, I feel like she was not truly balanced though. Okay. What I mean by balance is when you're a seer and you truly have a gift of seeing on the other side and talking about those things, and me seeing, I could understand. That's why she was my favorite aunt, because she got me and I got her. You know what I mean? But when she was talking about how they were watching her and stuff like that, the first thing that came to my mind was schizophrenia. Okay. Even my mother was like, she's schizophrenia. She's schizophrenia. She's schizo. Okay. And she needs to be on medication. But she wasn't. She wasn't schizo. She just wasn't grounded enough. And I wouldn't say she wasn't strong, because she was strong. Um, she didn't know how to, when you can see, and you can have communication with family members, other people that are coming to you, okay? Um, and you get, and this happens, okay? So she she wasn't grounded, fully grounded, okay? Because I believe if she was fully grounded, um, at that time, I believe even if she was grounded, people wouldn't have understood. Okay, they just wouldn't understood. Okay, now that she's crossed, everybody understands. Okay, but we fully didn't. We were like, she's schizophrenic. Okay, she's hearing things, she's seeing things, but she was really hearing things and she was really seeing things. Okay, yes, she was. She was psychic. And it sounds crazy to a lot of motherfuckers, okay? A lot of people. What happens is when people are talking to the other side, or talking to the other side, like family members or people just coming through and they want to relay messages and all that other stuff. Sometimes it's too much energy coming at you, and it's too many people talking, and you can't silence it out. Okay, because everybody's trying to get through, and even things are trying to get through, okay, that you don't want to come through. Okay, um so you have to know how to balance it out. That's why you have to be grounded. I mean, truly grounded. Okay, because you will go batshit crazy. Okay, we see this a lot of times where crazy, because they get this awareness, and when they get the awareness, right, that they're in a stimulation, or they're really talking to spirits, to loved ones. Okay, see, when black people are talking to the other side, that people that have crossed over, there, it's called witchcraft. And that is fucking wrong. Okay, it is wrong, because that is what we used to do, and we still do it to this day. Okay, but if it is a Caucasian person, it's not called witchcraft. They're talking to their ancestors, or they're talking to people who have crossed over. But when a black woman, because she was a black woman, okay, she was called labeled crazy. But she was tapped in. She was aware. Okay, she was fully aware. Okay, fully aware. Storm, come here. Come on. Come on. Okay. Taking me right. All right, I'm not gonna be here long. They're taking me out, you guys. Yeah, it really sounds crazy to a lot of people, and a lot of people wind up in mental hospitals. A lot of people don't understand how to ground themselves, um, ground their energy, ground their self. Okay, and truly understand that they are actually have a gift. Okay, they truly have a gift. Okay, my aunt could tell you something that was going to happen a years and years before it happens. Okay, that's not somebody that's fucking crazy. That's somebody that's tapped in, somebody that's aware. Okay? Truly aware. Truly, truly aware. But everybody labeled her as crazy. Everybody labeled, and I have another aunt on the other side of my family, the same thing. Okay, the same exact thing. Right? Same exact thing. She just tapped in. But she's labeled crazy. Five. My father's sister. Okay. And she always lived in her truth, always spoke her truth. You always have the ones, that uncle, that aunt, that brother, that sister, that cousin, that child that is so truthful that, or they're telling you things and you're like, how do they even know these things? Because they're truly awoke, well, aware, aware. They're truly aware, but they're not grounded enough to understand that they truly have a gift because they're told that they're crazy, that they're schizophrenic or they're bipolar, okay, or they're this or they're that. They have labels. And I really feel like the medical, if we talk about the medical field itself, they know the truth. They know these people ain't crazy. That's why they experiment on them by giving them different stuff to see how they react to it. Okay? Like a damn guinea pig. Yes, you will sound crazy. And it is freaky when you start seeing, when you really start seeing it. It's freaky because sometimes you feel like you have to be careful because I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm just saying this. I'm not a doctor. Okay, I am not a doctor. Okay. Um, but yes, you will it will sound crazy, it will sound foreign. And some people won't understand it. Okay? And that's okay. And you have to be okay with that being okay. And if they don't understand or they don't want to understand, then they can just go fuck off. Okay? My most loving person. Okay? Both my aunts on both sides of my family. Okay? But they were truly truth tellers. And when you are living, when you are fully aware, you are going to be speaking your truth. You're going to be living in your truth, and you're going to be walking in your truth. And they are, but they're the black sheep. Okay, because of that. Just like I'm the black sheep because of the things I say. Okay, but I'm not going to be quiet because it doesn't conform to somebody else's belief. Okay, um I'm still going to speak my truth, okay? Because I have to speak my truth. Because by me speaking my truth is me being who I am, not pretending to be something I'm not, okay? Um yes, so sort of like now. So what we're seeing now is a distraction, okay? Now, it's not just a distraction, okay? Um there's a lot of things going on, okay? So what we're perceiving to be these things, because I made a video of the thing flying in the air, whatever. They know what it is, okay? That's why it's them doing it, okay? Basically, it's a projection, a hologram, a high sophisticated technology, okay? And there's also something else going on, okay? Remember when I did the video of the sky under a body of water? Okay. So while we're seeing these drones flying around and we're saying they're coming to evade us. They're coming to zap us up. Okay. Why haven't they zapped us up? If they're aliens, why haven't they took us, abducted us? Just saying. Okay. Because a lot of us want to go. Okay. I don't belong here. I'm not from here. Okay. I'm from another planet somewhere where nobody even knows the name of the planet where I'm from. Okay. For real. I don't even know the name of the planet I'm from. Okay. But I'm not from here. Okay. I was brought here. Okay. And one day I will go back to where I came from. Okay. So think about it. So if this was aliens, why haven't they zapped us up? Or why haven't they like shot laser beams or whatever? Okay. Think about this. Okay. What if they're trying to leave for some reason? Okay. We're thinking they're trying to get our attentions, but what if they're trying to leave this atmosphere or this planet of existence that we're on? Okay. What if they're trying to get the fuck up out of here? Just say it. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody has thought about that. Okay. What if they've been sitting underwater and hovering over us and they're just trying to get out of this dimension? Okay. All right. There is other beings out there. We're not the only ones. If you think we're the only people or the only things that exist on this plane of existence, you're not aware. You're definitely not aware. Okay. You may be awoke, but you're not aware. Okay. Because many of us have made contact. Okay. And who we making contact with? Okay. People are like, oh, they're demons. We're making contact with demons. All of us are making contact with demons, so we all must be demons. Okay, fuckery. Okay, just want to smack people. Okay, smack them, smack some sense into their ass. Okay. Oh man. Somebody said, if we already did it, do you think we actually have free will? Are we already destined to do the same thing we did? I feel like they keep us. I feel like we're being trapped to come back on this dimension. Okay. The dimension that we perceive that we're on. Okay. Because some of us are here in the physical, but we're somewhere else in the spiritual. Okay. There's a lot of times you see my face, I'm talking, and I've been around people and there's like, you are not here, you're somewhere else on another dimension. Okay. um so do I think we have free will? If you already did it, do you think we actually have free will? I think that whoever is running the stem stimulation, okay, um I think there is some free will. Okay. um but limited of free will until you fully are aware that you are in the stimulation, okay, and that you actually are more in control in some capacity, okay, consciously, okay. um so are we destined to do the same thing? I think the reason that our memory is erased, because if we could remember every life that we had, because we had many lives, okay, then the answers to everything, right? Because we would go out knowing how we went out, right? Knowing what decade we were in, right? Knowing our family, knowing our friends, knowing all that stuff, right? But how I believe that we're getting trapped, okay, in this reincarnation cycle, okay? Because it is a cycle, okay? I see like, okay, I see like a wheel, right? And it's just spinning people back out. People are like coming like a wheel and then being spit back in, okay? Like a portal. And people are being spit back in, okay? So I believe what's happening is when we're outside of the physical body that we perceive as the physical body, okay? So when we're outside of the physical body that we perceive that's the physical body, right? And we cross, or they say we're dead, okay? Which the term dead itself, why are they using the term dead? Because we don't die. Okay, that's even an entrapment itself using the word dead. Okay, because I have used it and I didn't literally mean the word dead. I just meant on the other side. Okay, so they are more aware, okay, than we are. Because most people, when they step outside their physical body, okay, because when you in the stimulation, you're truly stepping outside your physical body, right? And you're in your spirit body, but you're seeing your physical body. And you're like, I'm in a stimulation and I can see that. I can see it. I'm aware of it. So you're literally outside the physical body and you're seeing your physical body, but you're in your spiritual body. Okay. Um, so I feel like we're getting trapped. Okay. Now, do I feel like we're all being trapped to come back in here? No. I feel like certain people are here for a reason, consciously, to bring awareness, okay, of what is really going on, okay, to elevate, I would say elevate, yeah, to elevate the subconscious, the conscience, and the conscience mind, okay, because we don't use we use a certain percentage of our mind, okay? Because the mind is very powerful, okay? There's so much that we can do in the physical form and the spiritual form, okay? That we don't even know that we can do or that we're even capable of doing, okay? Because they don't want us to know that. Because once we know that we're in the simulation, right? And we leave the physical body and we're in the spiritual body and we're looking at the physical body and we realize we're in a simulation that's being controlled, okay? And also not just being controlled, manipulated, okay? A lot of manipulation, okay, going on because they don't want you to know who you really are because there's power in knowing who you really are. Just like in the movie Matrix, when he knew that moment that he knew he was aware. Remember, he the men were coming towards him and he kept fighting and fighting and he was running from them because he didn't want to face them, right? So he didn't want to really face the truth. Okay? But then in that moment he was aware that he had more power than they did and they just disappeared. Okay? So that is kind of like the stimulation, but there's somebody controlling the stimulation. Okay. And I feel like when I was, when I had that moment where I was like, this is too familiar. Why do I keep coming back through here, doing the same thing over and over? Okay. The same exact thing. Same is it's a movie where that girl, she wakes up and she's doing the same thing over and over and over and over until one day she realizes that she is actually doing it because she becomes aware. Okay, and then she understands. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, but it took her forever to understand. Like, she was sitting at the same table, eating the same food, having the same conversation, like many of us do, because we're not aware consciously. Okay, and I know I sound crazy, but that's okay. Yeah, so Cuban crisis, it is something like now. So when we look at the night sky, we see stars, right? Our perception of stars, because we were taught that that is the night sky, that is stars that we're seeing. But what if those stars and the sky was a hologram projection? So when it's daylight, your body automatically knows to wake up because you see the daylight. But then when the sun goes down, right, and night falls, what does your body tell you to do? Some of you guys, not all you guys, but some of you guys. It tells your body to what? Go to sleep, right? But what if the whole time you were never asleep? You was awake. But you're perceiving that you're sleeping because it's nighttime. Or what if, because you wake up, so you think you're awake, but you're not really awake. You're really asleep. But you perceive that you're awake because it's morning and you had your first cup of coffee or tea or whatever you drink in the morning. Would it I'm just throwing stuff out here, okay? So a lot of things that we see are holograms. Okay, projection, reflection, okay? And they had many, many years of perfection, these projections and reflections and holograms, okay? Many, many years, okay? Sometimes you can see somebody standing at the house and you think you're actually seeing that person because they present herself standing there speaking to you in live time, right? Live time. But they're not speaking to you in live time. They're not even there, right? They're using a hologram, a projection of them standing there speaking, and they're somewhere else. And this is what's happening. Okay? Truly happening. So when we do have that interaction where we actually are speaking to these, and I don't know why people are calling these things demons. Okay. Can somebody please explain to me on my channel why they call these things demons? Okay. Why is that? When we are in a program simulation, those people that are controlling the program simulation, they're the fucking demons. Because they are manipulating the simulation, okay, in some capacity, controlling the simulation. I mean, obviously they're controlling it because they fucking put us in it, okay, and manipulating it, okay, because they don't want you to be aware that you're even in a simulation. But once you realize you're in a stimulation, game over. Game the fuck over. You won. But how we're going to beat the stimulation, okay, I'm going to tell you how. So many of us have made contact, okay, with different ancestors. Look at it as people from Sirius A, Sirius B, Sirius C, whatever, okay? We have made contact. How's that possible if we're in a stimulation? I'm going to tell you how. It's possible because we are aware that we're not the only ones, okay? There's an outside force that's much sophisticated, okay? Also advanced like the people that are running the simulation, okay? And they're at war, okay? Because they have a whole bunch of people fucking enslaved, okay? Yes. So why do you think they want to make contact with us? To scare us? If they're demons? Okay. If I hear one more person say that, I swear I'm gonna go fucking crazy. Like batshit crazy. Okay. Why would demons tell you about what's about to happen? Think about that shit. A demon is not gonna want you to know what's about to happen. Okay. Or let you see things that they want you to see because they can get to you consciously because you are aware that you are in the stimulation. So they can make contact. They can talk to certain people. Because people always say, there's certain people say they made contact. Okay. And now you have so many people saying they made contact. And some of us are actually, some of us are making contact with our own self, but we're somewhere else. Okay. Yes. We are making contact with our own self, but we're somewhere else. Some people call it the higher self, but it's ourself. It's us speaking to us, speaking to you. Your own self is speaking to your own self. And you think you're speaking to somebody else, but you're really speaking to yourself. And you're somewhere else. That's why I know that we are asleep. Okay, we are truly asleep. Some of us. Ooh, this was deep. This was really deep. I feel like we do have free will in some capacity. Um and then some capacity I feel like somebody's controlling it. Okay? Not in some capacity, a whole lot of capacity. Somebody's controlling it. Okay? But some of us can't see the beings that are controlling it, right? And when I talk about the council, okay, so how the fuck did I make contact with an ancient fucking civilization that I once was a part of? And they were fucking calling me an oracle. And I never, ever knew of this. Somebody explain that shit to me. Because I would like to know. For my awoke people. How the fuck did I know that? How do I know what's going to happen in the future? Can somebody please explain that shit to me? Please. It's because I'm a seer? No, because I'm not from here. Like a lot of you guys are not from here. We're fucking trapped. Okay? So it's our higher self, because they say it's our higher self, speaking to ourself, from another plane of existence, subconsciously, unconsciously, and consciously. We're just tapping the fuck in, and we're understanding, and we're fully fucking aware out here. What the fuck is going on? Okay. See, they don't want you to be aware. Okay. You may be crazy, but you have to be aware, because when you're fully aware, then you can understand what you're receiving and fucking perceiving out here. Okay. Truly. And a lot of us are having conversations with ourselves from a higher plane of existence. It's us. And we don't even realize it's us. I was channeling some Native American man, and it was me. And I didn't understand it. I'm like, I'm channeling some Native man that's speaking some foreign language that I've never spoke, that I perceive that I never spoke, but I did speak it. Okay. That's not demon. How the fuck is that even happening? Okay. How's that happening? And telling me the fucking sky is going to open and have me pointing to the damn sky. And then all of a sudden, what, a week, couple weeks later, there's fucking drones in the fucking sky. Okay. And I'm under a body of water, and I'm fucking breathing. How is that even possible? Okay. Somebody on here that is fully aware or woke, explain that shit to me. Because I would like to fucking know. Because I don't have all the answers. But what I see is what I see. Okay. How is it possible that we're making contact and we can remember the name of the people that we're making contact with? And it's not everybody that comes on here and says, "Oh, I made contact with the Pleiadians," or "I made contact with the Anunnakis." I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Okay. But the ones that are making real contact, right? That are really making contact, the story is the same. Some of them is somebody else's story that they just put in their own mouth. Okay. So we are aware of what's going on. Okay. So once we're aware of what's going on, what happens is action happens after we're aware of what's going on. Right? So we take action, evolution. Okay. We control the narrative. They don't control shit. See, they have to manipulate, because the reason they manipulate and they put us in this fucking simulation is because they want to enslave us. We're a bunch of fucking enslaved people to them. But we're not. We're not. We're not enslaved, because we know what the fuck is going on. Okay. We know that a lot of shit that we're seeing is a projection, a hologram. Okay. It's not even fucking real. Half the shit we see is not even fucking real. Like, okay, for instance, a lot of cases that we see are not real cases. Okay, they're not fucking real. I have channel cases, they're not even fucking real cases, but I still channel the shit. Okay, and I know the shit's not fucking real. I know it's not. I know it's a delusion, illusion. Okay, the fucking illusion and illusion. Okay, and we see this all the time. All the time. So what we're seeing is we're seeing hologram projections. Okay. Um, remember I said they're going to say they're going to say the sky's going to open, and they're going to say these fucking aliens came. Okay. I feel like they're trying to leave. Okay. But it's not what we're actually perceiving. Okay. They're going to make it seem like this, but it's not. Okay. Like they're gonna make the light seem like it's red. It's actually fucking green. Okay. So that is what we're actually seeing out here. Okay. So people are going crazy. Okay. I put the video up, okay, because I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? Because a drone, okay, a drone, a helicopter. There's helicopters that most of us have never seen. There's drones that some of us have never seen. Okay. The sky is a fucking hologram. Okay. The stars are a hologram. Okay. A lot of the shit is a hologram, a projection. Okay. And a perception of what we think we're really seeing. But that's not what is really going on. Okay. I want to talk about something too. The and I'm gonna get off of here because I've been on here too long. Because I know I'm probably boring some of you guys. And I know I may sound crazy. And all this shit I'm talking is all bullshit, all for entertainment purposes. Okay. So the Pope, the Pope, the vile man. They built a cathedral. Okay. The Notre Dame cathedral, whatever that thing is. So I was looking at the pictures of it. They wanted that building built so fast. They had donors donating to have this building built so fast. Okay. I was watching the Pope. He took a staff, right? A staff, right? He was tapping on the door. Did you guys see that? He was tapping on the door of the Notre Dame Cathedral. Okay. If anybody can figure out the coordinates of where this cathedral was built on, right? Because this cathedral that was there, that was built, I'm seeing coordinates, okay? Coordinates, like latitude, longitude, whatever you want to call that, since I'm not proper educated, like a lot of you guys that may study, went to school and you're proper English, or your fake fucking English, okay? The latitude and longitude of the building itself, okay? As a seer, I'm drawn to that, okay? That building was placed there in that exact spot, latitude, longitude, whatever you want to call it, okay? The coordinates of that, okay? I don't know, okay? I'm not an engineer, okay? But and then also what I was drawn to was when he was tapping, okay? He was tapping on the door, right? Tapping. Normally when you're tapping, you're knocking, right? And you want somebody to open the door, right? But who opened that door? He tapped on the door. The door opens, right? And nobody's coming outside the door. But something's coming outside that building. Okay? He's opening something. Okay? And a lot of people bypass that shit. I did not. So if you're watching me, you vile motherfucker, okay? I understood what you were doing. Okay? He was tapping with his wand like the fucking magician that he is. Okay? That's what he was doing. He was tapping on the damn. If you notice, he was doing this. He took the staff and he was tapping on the door. I don't know how many times he tapped on the damn door. Okay? I don't care. Okay? Because these people don't mean shit to me. Okay? They're vile motherfuckers. Okay? And then you see all the people from every foreign fucking country. Okay? Even Trump. And Trump looks like, what the fuck is going on? If you've seen Trump's reaction, now he's a part of the club. Don't get it twisted. Okay? But they were performing a ritual in front of our very fucking eyes. This is how you know when you're aware. Okay? And then they were they were summoning and opening a door, a portal for some things to come through. Right? And then all of a sudden, a couple days later, What do we see in the sky? Fucking drones. Okay? Drones. That's what they're telling us, drones or helicopters. I don't know. Okay? But I thought it was very interesting. And then I also noticed I see I keep seeing latitude, whatever. That spot is important, okay, to them because it's a opening, a gateway, a portal for whatever entities to come through in and out of that motherfucker. Okay, that's what I was seeing. Okay, I think it burnt down, and then they rebuilt it. Like they put all this money, people were donating money and stuff. Um, and then he started tapping. I said, this motherfucker got some nerve. There, it's in plain sight. Okay, he started tapping on the door's about to open. We're about to unleash y'all motherfuckers. Okay. Yes. Excuse my French. Okay. That's what he was doing. Okay. These people are vile. Okay. This is why you have to be aware of what's really going on. Okay. The trickster, the magician. The Pope is the fucking magician. All these people that you see that are the Pope, they are the Jesuits. Okay, they are the Jesuits. They are the Knight Templars. Okay, I did a reading and I was channeling the Knight Templars, the Columbus, whatever they call. That's what they are. They've been forever the Knight Templars. They just during time changed the gear. Okay, that's all. That's all they did. Okay, and they opened the door to a portal and said, "Come on in." Okay. These people are sick. What they were actually doing was performing a ritual. That's what I was getting. And I feel like the placement of that building, of where it's actually standing, is very important to them in some sick, sadistic way. Okay. Um, and then they had people singing outside. It was, I mean, they're not even hiding anymore. So if you want to call anybody demons, they are fucking demons. Okay? All right? They are the demons. Okay? um yeah, so I noticed that and I just wanted to talk about it to get it off my mind cuz it was really bothering me. Okay? And they had, if you notice, they had everybody there under that one building to watch the ritual perform, and the demon magician, the pope, perform the ritual while everybody watched. Okay, and people are donating to this man, listening to this bullshit. I mean, the guy is fucking batshit crazy. So if anybody's crazy, that man is crazy. Okay, they need to put his ass in a mental hospital. Okay, not me, him. Okay, because he's fucking crazy. Okay, they're lunatics. Okay, but yeah, I just had to say that. Um, all right, you guys, I'm gonna end this. So don't be, see, they need to cause a distraction. Okay. Um, this is what they're gonna do. They cause a distraction, and then people are making contact with other beings. Okay. Because the veil is just so thin. Okay. And that is what we're actually seeing. Um, and people are really making contact. Okay. Some people, not all people. Okay. Some are making contact. Okay. Some have a lifeline. Okay. Extended to them. Okay. So, you guys just comment. I'm sorry if it sounds crazy. but this is my truth and I'm going to speak my truth. Okay. Um, and don't be so distracted of what's it, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to be obsessed, distracted. Um, I always say, be prepared. When my son says it, be prepared than repaired. Okay, so be aware, be truly aware. Okay, if you're awake, be aware. Okay, just don't be awake, but be aware. Okay, and when you understand that you are in a stimulation, what happens is things are too familiar. Okay, not just too familiar, you've already done it. You have done it so many times. Okay. Um, and you can't understand, why am I repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, and I'm getting the same results. Okay. So consciously, you have to be aware of that. Okay. And consciously, you have to understand and be aware that we are in control in some capacity. Because when you are aware that you're in the stimulation, you can take control of the narrative of the stimulation. Okay. And not be distracted or be manipulated. Okay. And also be truly awoke. Okay. Seeing with 4 eyes, but not 2 eyes. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Hit that like button. To the new people here, I welcome you guys here in my space. I thank you guys for hanging in there with me, being with me on my channel. There is videos I do have to get on. Pretty soon I'm going to fade off of YouTube. Okay. I'm going to Rumble. Okay. Because we are being silenced and I will refuse to be silenced out here. Okay. All right, you guys. Bye.